Hello and welcome to another version of Cine Tutorials. My name is Derek. Today I'm going to show you how to do two different things. First off, I'm going to show you how to condense two separate timelines or sequences into one in a nice clean way, and then I'm going to show you how to export multiple formats at the same time. So first off, I've got these two 15-second commercials here, and they're each in their own timeline, and I want to make and take both of those timelines and put them into one 30-second commercial. So I'm going to go File, New, Sequence, and I'm going to call this 30. All my formats are correct. I'm 1080p at 30 frames a second, so that's good. I'm going to call this 30 because it's a 30-second spot. Hit OK. Now up here I've got my 30-second spot, my one 15-second spot, and my other 15-second spot, and you can see those down here. And you know, I just did the audio in here. It was easier that way, so I just have multiple clips in each one, and I want to make sure everything carries over nicely and joins together nicely and smoothly. So I have the 130. So I'm going to click on my 30-second timeline down here, or sequence, and I'm going to come up in here and I'm going to grab both the sequences I want to include. The first one I'm going to want is this KDG 14. It's a 15-second spot, and as you can see, it made it all self-contained, one self-contained video, as opposed to having all these clips. So it's nice and clean. Now I'm going to come back up here and grab Donut 15 and butt the two up next to each other, and now I've got a 30-second spot. So now that was real easy to do, nice and clean, and everything carried over, which is really important. If you copy and paste, sometimes you can miss things, and then your spot's missing certain clips or audio elements, and that's no good. So now that we've got that, I want to show you how to export and make a couple different formats at one time. So we'll go up here to the File window, Export Media, and I want to make a 1080p and a 480p version. So we've got lots of settings here, but we'll start with naming it, and I'm going to call it KDG 30, and this will be our 1080p version. And so we hit save and come down here. I want H.264. As you can see, there's tons of different formats. What I'm going for is H.264 today, and I'm going to go 100%, 1920 by 1080 at 2997. I want to make it progressive, so I'm going to change the field order to progressive, and that's all I need to do. I don't want to limit the data rate. It's a short file. It'll probably be 100 megs, 200 at the most, so we don't need to compress it anymore. So we're going to, once we have everything set, we're going to go to Q, and it's going to open up Adobe Media Encoder. And as you can see, I already had one in here from a test, but it's got it waiting for us there. So we're going to come back into Premiere Pro, and we're going to go File, Export again, Media, and we'll name it, and we're going to name this one KDG 30-second spot, but we're going to call this 480p instead, because this is going to be our 480 version. Hit save. Go down here. We want H.264 again, but down here we need to change this up. So I'm actually going to unlock, because if I had it locked, it would, when I hit 720, it makes it 405. We don't want that, so we're going to go unlock in 486. I want it 720 by 486. Now it's going to letterbox it, obviously, to preserve the aspect ratio. It's set to progressive still, so that's good. And our limit data rate is off as well. Now we're going to hit Q again. On this one, it's going to bring us back to Adobe Media Encoder. And now, as you can see, we have our two clips, our two different formats that we want. We've got our 1080p and our 480p. Now, we just hit the Start Queue button, which is this green arrow. And as you can see in the bottom left corner, it's going to start to do our compression for us. And once it's done, you'll have two different formats, and you can walk away and go do whatever you need to do without having to come back and export two separate clips. So thanks for joining us on Cine Tutorials, and be sure to check out my other YouTube channel. That's DEREKKLEIN videos. YouTube.com/Derek Klein videos and YouTube.com/Cine Tutorials. Thanks for checking us out.